That'd be huge.
You know that else would be huge. Episode 11 of Daydreamer Podcast. We're live now. Bingo. I don't know if the internet's actually working enough for me to do the freaking... No,
She said it might be switched. If that wasn't the password.
Alright, well, this is going to be fun.
Nice.
Honestly, I don't need internet. I don't need to look anything up. I already know everything I ever needed to know ever.
You can also look it up on your phone.
That's true.
Little computers.
How do I do this again? Oh, I'm your host, Guy SL, the illustrious, the glorious, the beautiful, the Pontificus.
That's right.
Guy SL. And today I'm joined with very good friend, stand-up comedian, as always, Mario Colavita. Give it up for him.
Thank you.
It's going to be just me clapping. No sound effects this time.
I'll take it.
But yeah, this is Daydreamer, the podcast about dreams and sometimes memes. Today, where are we? Where are we today?
We are at a beautiful, beautiful little country club / dive bar / the place where my parents got married. It's called 1910 Bar and Grill.
Your parents got married here?
My parents got married here.
Wow.
I have a joke where I go, I wonder if they came here and got in a fight and we're like, can we get a buy a wedding, get a divorce free? It's a silly,
okay.
It's a silly little joke I have.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers. Yeah. We got to stay hydrated. It's what, like 90 degrees out?
Dude, it's like
outside.
95 degrees out.
We are at the bar 1910, part of the Abington Club in Abington, PA. I don't think we're in Abington, technically.
No, we're in Jenkintown.
Yeah, we're in Jenkintown.
Jenkintown, Abington, Glenside, Rockledge, Fox Chase. They're all kind of...
It's all the same shit.
I would always say I lived in the middle of Fox Chase, Rockledge, or I lived in the middle of Rockledge and Jenkintown. That's what I would say. I lived right off of Fox Chase Road.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to dox you.
No.
But yeah, I've been going here a long time. This is where I would go to summer camp for.
Same.
When did you go?
You went to the Abington Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? No.
All right.
I went here probably when I was. How much older are you than me?
I'm 26.
You're 26. I'm 23. So.
Were we at the same time? When did I stopped going when I was 14.
Yeah, and I only went for like a summer. So it would have to be that because it was expensive, bro. It was
it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Especially if you had to stay, like me, I had to stay after the regular hours.
Oh, did you hate that?
No, because we could hang out at the pool for 2 hours. It was awesome.
Really? You loved it?
Yeah.
I was a weird kid, bro. I hated camp. And it's because I would bounce around.
Yeah.
I went from here to freaking Crestmont.
I don't know Crestmont.
You don't even know the area?
The area, yeah, I don't know Crestmont's the summer camp. No.
It's scary. To say the least, me and my brother were... So we were 7, 8.
Yeah.
Only grew up here. My mom sent us all the way to Crestmont. We were the only white kids there, right?
Yeah.
Which at first, scary. Now, looking back, loved it.
Yeah.
It. Got cultured. My counselor was real cool.
Nice.
Yep, he showed me the ways. My brother didn't learn. He was scared the whole time.
Scared little white boy. He did not play that funky music, white boy.
My brother would just play soccer by himself.
Yeah, I went to summer camp here since I was from 7, I think, or maybe 8 until 14. I went here for a couple of years.
Okay, well then, yeah, we definitely. If you were 7, that means I was 4.
Right.
And then if you went from 7 to...
I think 7 or 8 until 14, yeah. About
until
6 years.
14, yeah. So when you were 14, I was 11.
11.
And I was definitely here from, well, it might be close. I was definitely here 9, 10, 11, or 12. All those years are pretty
yeah. And we
mashed up. It's very interesting. How about this?
No, you go.
I got a memory from it, a specific memory.
Okay.
We did like a movie night thing.
Yes.
And we watched Rio in the upstairs like yoga room. And we brought and we brought like sleeping bags and popcorn.
I don't remember Rio.
And it was fucking
I remember doing
awesome.
stuff like that. I remember we had like a movie night on the pool.
Ooh, that's cool.
And there was a projector there and like a little dance contest. I remember that.
I don't know. We watched Rio. I remember that specifically. So
I don't remember watching Rio.
Damn, it probably wasn't the same summer. That's a shame.
Mate, we probably were there for one summer together. But
if you were older, like it went by colors, right?
Yeah. So I was in green group for a while.
Yeah.
I was. The thing is, because I'm 26, I'm turning 27 in August. So like, because I think it went by like school year thing, and so I'm like younger, like the cutoff between. I think technically I might have been supposed to graduate in 2016, but I graduated in 2015. But I don't know.
Oh well, that's good. So you were the youngest.
I was the youngest.
Oldest.
Yeah, the youngest, and the oldest, and I was so young that I wasn't legally able to become a CIT here. One summer.
Oh really?
So I was just like the elder green camper for 1 year, and like I just didn't do shit.
That's actually nice.
I remember just hanging out with my counselor Mikey just all the time. Just be like, yeah, let me just do shit with you.
I remember playing like the tennis baseball on the
Yes.
basketball court.
Yeah.
I would always hit it out of the thing, and they'd be pissed off. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, that's the best part. It's like I can knock it out.
They would tell you, they'd be like, don't hit it as hard as you can,
Yeah.
because you'll hit it out. That's funny.
All right.
I think I was in the red group.
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get more into that detail later. Let's start with the actual concept of the show.
Yes.
Your dreams, Mario. What do you dream about? Have you had any recent dreams that stick out that you got to discuss? You got to get off your chest.
Yes, I have, and I've been looking forward to this.
Beautiful.
So I had a lot of shit go on recently.
Okay.
Right? I got in a really bad bike accident.
Oh, I did not know this.
Look at this.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, bro.
Is that on the camera, team?
The sun's
I
in
think
a
that
bad
is-
spot.
that's it.
But
I recently figured out this camera does 4K.
can you edit a picture?
Yeah. I can fucking zoom it in.
Nice.
I've been learning how to do that. A
Yeah,
lot.
so I got in that accident.
like a
I
motorcycle.
was riding my electric bike.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta specify.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like
I
a
was
little
riding
bit
my-
cooler than like a regular bike. Definitely not as cool as a motorcycle.
Not at all. Well, it would not be cool if it was a motorcycle, because I'd definitely be dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
This would be me interviewing.
Nah,
your
dude, I'm
gravestone.
driving the same route I take every day to work.
Mhm.
I'm going over this hill, and I turned my head, and I looked, and I turned around, boom, right into the back of a parked car.
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
That's the best.
Some people make mistakes, other people make different
It's
ones.
a good thing you gave me this napkin. It is sweaty.
Yeah, dude. Don't wipe the ink on your face.
No, I folded it. It's good.
But yeah, so I had a lot of shit going on, and then after that's just one of the.
Mhm.
I had a bunch of shit going on, and then after that, I started having a dream, where the first night I had this dream, it was me sleeping in what felt like my old apartment, but like it didn't look like it. You know how sometimes in dreams,
Yeah,
like,
you
it'll
get the
feel like
sensation of
it,
a place.
right? But you're like,
Yeah.
it didn't quite look like it.
All
So
right.
it was that vibe of my old apartment down at Temple.
Mhm.
And then I see my cat, who I had to give up. I gave him to my neighbor. They adopted him.
When you were living at Temple? Or?
When I had to leave Temple, yeah.
Gotcha.
And they live down the street. They live right over here.
Mm.
And so I'm having this dream, and it's Rico, my cat,
Mhm.
and I'm in this old place, and I'm like, this is weird. Whatever, not a really big deal. I wake up, I'm like, oh, that was interesting. It was very vivid. Like, it stuck with me. The next night, I'm having the same dream again,
Mhm.
except this time, Rico's like digging at something under in this weird little corner where he would stay, which wasn't in real life. This was just in a
Right.
dream, like a weird,
Yeah.
creepy corner. And then I look under, and it's a kitten, another kitten, different color. I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to like bring it back to life. Like, it was all like dying because it was stuck under this thing. So I had to bring it back to life and like give it water.
Yeah.
Real freaky. I wake up, I'm like, that was extraordinarily weird. I didn't even see the headband.
Yeah, it's hiding in the hair.
I gotta get ahead of that.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, we'll see how long we last out here. Hopefully that sun gets covered up.
It's only gonna be about an hour, probably.
Nice.
And
And
it
then
gets colder during the day. But continue.
third night, same thing, and then there's another cat, like under the thing, and this cat was like aged and older, and it was one of the weirdest dreams I've had as an adult. Like,
That
I don't
is
understand
strange.
it. A
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
when I have a weird dream, I'll usually look it up.
Yeah.
See if I can find something.
Perfect.
That one, I was like, I can't even look. What am I gonna look up? 3 cats in 3 days? Like,
And they're all different from each other.
yeah, the completely
Just different
colors,
stages of
life, and
a cat. Is it a sign of the cat distribution system possibly coming to fruition soon enough for you? You might get a cat soon. Do you have a cat now?
I live with my parents, and they have a cat.
Shout out, same.
Shout out.
I mean, I live with my mom and have a cat, and have
Dude,
two cats.
imagine there's there's like cults for everything, like groups of people. There's groups of I bet you there is a group of like young adults who live like young as in like 30 some who live in their parents' basement, and like they have an online thing. There's gotta be.
Yeah, like living in grandma's basement, anonymous kind of
Jesus
thing.
That's gotta
But
be.
that's the thing. It's a housing crisis. Everyone lives with their parent now. Oh yeah,
That's another one.
grab that one.
Hey, do you? I don't want to deviate off the dreams.
No.
I have more shit lined up.
No, please.
I have way more shit. I have weirder stuff than that. That was just kind of something
we can deviate. We can shimmy and shammy through them. I've got a couple. I've got really not much because I just did an episode with Grant yesterday, and
Grant Cook.
Grant Cook.
God,
Yeah,
I love him.
yeah, it was a great
Shout
episode.
out Grant Cook.
It's very
Fucking
funny.
love him.
But I had like things to talk with him about. I was like, all right, cool. Now what do I talk with Mario about? I was like,
oh, dude, you're lucky. I got a bunch of fucking shit I want to talk about. So when I was a kid, you've had. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Turn the tables. Oh, did you have a repetitive dream as a kid?
Yes, all the time.
Do you want to explain?
I have a lot of repetitive dreams. Most of them are about
one that stuck with you the most.
What do you mean, like
one that if I ask you a question, what's the first one that comes to your head?
I mean, I have repetitive like scenarios, which
Okay.
is the most common one is me in high school, either just like trying to find my class, trying to like just like forgetting that I didn't do my homework.
Nice.
Usually it's English class. Trying to find the class, but it's like the school is arranged in a weird way and the doors are like in corners, so it's hard to get to. And then it's also with that, it's like figuring out if I took the bus to school, like trying to catch the bus in the morning and like driving to school and trying to figure out where I parked my car, but it's never there. And so I'm like I'll leave school. Usually I'll leave it like early in the dream to try to find my car early, like first before everyone, but it's never there. And I'm like, wait, did I drive or did I take the bus? And then it's just like that panic. So that happens a lot. It's just that scenario.
That still happens.
That happens like,
dude, that's gotta
ago.
be like an anxiety thing.
Oh, it's 1,000%
100%.
anxiety. All of my dreams are stress dreams. They're just so stressful. It's that one. Anything about like travel, really, like getting on a plane.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Travel, like getting on a plane, boats. Like I've been on like two or three cruises, so like sometimes I get like that dream mixed in. Planes, trains, automobiles, any travel.
Planes
stresses me out.
That should be a song. Planes, trains, automobiles.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. I mean, that's a movie.
Planes,
and Have you never seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
No way. That's an actual movie?
Yeah, with Steve Martin and John Candy.
No, dude. I'm uncultured.
It's a great one.
I'm uncultured, man.
It's Steve Martin says the F word like 3 or 4 times in a sentence. It's awesome.
Literally, when you said that, I work with kids. So in my head, I was like,
I did too recently.
I was like, they said fuck? Yeah. 3 times.
You still work with kids? I thought you got fired.
No. Surprisingly, no, not yet.
Oh, was that a joke?
No. Did I? Did I make a joke?
I feel like you said you got fired recently.
I think I said for the drug thing. Because I was like, I used to sell cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, no, I didn't get fired. They never drug tested me either.
Oh, no. I think they expect you to be on drugs at this point.
No,
so
come on.
We can. It's weird to ask.
Most teachers are, but
most teachers are definitely.
Well, I just saw online yesterday.
What?
A teacher in where was it? Like Oklahoma, got arrested for drinking on the job. Right? She got charged with drinking on she got charged with a DUI, and then they got her for drinking literally in the school during the school day. Mm-hmm. And then she got released. Well, she got charged for the DUI. Yeah. But it's not illegal to drink on the job.
It's encouraged.
On paper, it's just not. So she got released. Yeah, she just got the DUI.
That's interesting
because she'll lose her job. Yeah, regardless, they can still fire her, but it's not illegal. Yeah, and I was like, it's not.
I was working for after school program, and one of I heard this. One of the teachers that or the educators that worked at the other school in the district, she got fired for smoking weed in the bathroom.
Damn, that's
in the kids' bathroom.
Super duper reckless.
Yeah, and I was like, just do it before you get here, like everyone else does.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I mean, because I could also smell it on some of the other educators, but I was doing it too. So, but you could smell if it's a blunt or a joint. I was like, you got to just
blunts
smoke
are reckless too.
Yeah, because they linger more. I was you got to smoke out of a bowl.
They stick.
Those stink and stick.
Even a mole can stink and stick.
A mole?
Is that what you said? A mole?
A bowl.
A mole. Do you know what a mole is?
With the
tobacco.
Cigarette in the middle.
Tobacco, yeah. Those can also stink.
Oh, they definitely stink.
Yeah, any tobacco.
Tobacco smells a lot.
Stink it up. What throw these shades on?
Yeah, throw them on. I wish I brought shades. Yeah, the sun's definitely gonna set and
those clouds are about to pass over, so that'll be nice.
It's gonna be good. I was just editing the video that I did yesterday with Grant, and then I noticed that the sun is just perfectly just shining through at some points. Fuck,
damn it,
awful. But anyway, the dream. So, what were you gonna say about your?
Can I move this a little closer?
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Good.
Yeah, it's perfect. We're all good. I can even if we need to, I can blow it up in post.
You know better than me.
I know how to edit now. Now I know how to edit a little bit.
I gotta learn how. I hate editing.
It's kind of fun.
I also haven't posted content in forever. I posted a dumb cat video the other day. You see that?
Yes, with the lady. Yeah, that was hilarious. I saw that.
Yeah.
I know that Petco. That's where I got my cats.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So let me tell you about a dream I had. I got like 3 stories lined up.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I think I only had this dream at least definitely once, obviously, but I think maybe like max 3 times. It like spread out from like throughout a year.
Right.
And it was the weirdest, one of the weirder dreams I've had. Really just like gives a good, clear insight into what's going on. That I can't wait to discuss again. So I'm probably 10 years old, right? And this dream it's all black around me, right? I'm standing there like Insidious type vibes. Oh shit, I keep touching the mic, sorry.
It's fine.
Insidious vibes, right? Like it's all pitch black, but I'm standing on like a surface, just black everywhere. Coming out of the blackness. Do you remember the SpongeBob movie?
Yeah.
You remember the end where they're singing Goofy Goober and Patrick is the tall,
the
like,
tall with
lady
the legs,
with the shoes and legs? So it's
the
those legs
oh.
with SpongeBob with those legs. And then he comes out, and then a regular sized, same legs, but a lady comes out. And
like a real lady.
A real lady. And they stand, so SpongeBob's hundreds of feet tall, and then it's a regular sized lady, and I'm just standing there like this, and SpongeBob singing Goofy Goober, and that's it. That's the whole dream. Real weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that one.
Real weird. I don't either.
When you say SpongeBob,
but the weirdest part is,
it
got me going.
Like
it got me going. Like like I was like, am I into SpongeBob? Yeah. Weird shit.
Okay.
Weird shit. I don't know. He's got a lot of holes I can fill.
When you were saying SpongeBob with long legs, it made me think of that episode where he goes to the prom and he gets those long legs.
Why do I not remember that?
He goes to prom with Pearl. He's got that fake.
Oh yeah.
And they start freaking out.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you're thinking about, kind of. But why would he? Huh.
Dude, it was weird. Not only did they switch, it wasn't Patrick, it was SpongeBob with the legs. But then to have like a real life I was 10, and it was like a real life sexy adult like model, like a generic model, like a bathing suit model you'd expect, like white girl. She comes out, and I was like, oh. I don't know, but the tough thing is, I don't know if it was SpongeBob or the lady.
Yeah, who's getting me going?
I don't know. The legs were spectacular on SpongeBob.
Are you a legs kind of guy?
Nah, I don't even know. Maybe
you got to explore this.
Just SpongeBob had the fishnet.
Yeah.
So like that's cool. Yeah, fishnets are awesome.
Doesn't matter who's wearing them.
I was about to say,
it doesn't matter who's wearing them. You got fishnets on. I'm wired.
You stand up, you have fishnets on. Gotcha.
Funny you should say that.
You unravel them.
Yeah, I have shorts on, but I somehow pulled them down.
You got the dogs out. I should have brought the dogs out.
I hate wearing shoes, just in general.
Same. But
and clothes.
Super gross.
Oh,
they don't they stink, but
sometimes my feet stink.
Not if I let them breathe all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate wearing clothes and shoes. I'd rather just be naked all the time. But it's just too hot out.
That'd be all. I always say that. It would be so cool if just like being naked was okay.
Yeah, nudists get so much crap.
Humans are not good people, so that wouldn't end well fast.
Freaking someone's gonna grope you. Kids are gonna grab it probably for some reason. Oh, you just get arrested because kids are around.
Kids grab my D all day.
Whoa. Yeah. What? Whoa. Oh yeah, because you work with young kids.
And they're literally at this level.
Yeah.
And so the autistic ones will just come over and grab, just squeeze.
Oh,
like,
or
like smack them. Like, get off me.
Kids are very grabby. The young kids especially, they're like,
and the autistic ones are.
Yeah, I had kids who would slap my ass all the time. I was like, you need this. And like, this kid would like smile after.
Yeah, no, if I did that, I'll
smile. Like, I want to kick you in the face.
You know my voice can get like,
don't
fucking do that. Don't touch me again. I'm quitting that job soon. Putting in the 1 month notice as to not fuck them over royally.
Yeah. I mean, I was waiting until the school year ended before I was done, but I was done like a month or two, and I was like, this sucks so much.
It's the worst. I'm about to get a job pool cleaning for like $23 an hour.
That was more than I made.
Yeah, I'm like, that's super cool. I'll take
I want that. Can I have that job too? I'm broken.
I'm still waiting for feedback.
Hey, if you don't get it, just give it to me.
I have someone
else who you might like instead.
Cleaning experience.
I don't have pool cleaning experience. I've cleaned things. I've been in pools. What's the difference? Oh, I actually was at my Jewish summer camp after being here. I was one summer. We had like
Jewish summer camp.
Yeah, Jewish summer camp. I could talk about that all day. But one summer, like pool specialist or like supervisor quit in the middle of the summer, so I had to do it. I had to like manage the pool every morning.
They were like, we need a guy to clean the pool. You were like,
because I think, what was I doing that summer?
I love you, Maureen. Bye bye. I will be. I'll probably walk.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Thank you.
Shout out to Mario's grandma. Not grandma, aunt.
We're cutting that part out. Come back.
No,
it's called you grandma.
No. What was I saying? Oh, so the pool. So that pool got fucked over all the time. Like the chlorine was always, the acid levels are always fucked up. And then one day I was talking to the groundskeeper, Jeff. He talks like this all the time.
Nice.
He talks like you,
but like my family.
But he's 65. He's 65 years old, and like you gotta talk like this. That way you do a Jeff impression.
I stopped smoking cigarettes because my kid picked up a cigarette.
This guy's
butt
like
and
3 packs a day. American spirits.
Nice blue.
Built like a potato. I mean, just like big, like large, but like full of muscle somehow, just like that old man strength. And he was like, "What do you want to do? You want to take these?" He gave me a Home Depot bucket full of pucks, like hockey pucks that were chlorine, like raw chlorine pucks.
Ones,
He was like, "Yeah, take one of these, crack it open in half, and then put it in like those the filters."
Right.
And so I was walking over to the pool, and I could smell the chlorine. I was like, "It smells like an indoor pool," and I kind of just sniffed the bucket, and I knocked myself out. I was like, "Oh no!" I passed out for like a second because I just huffed raw chlorine for a second.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. Like,
it's very dangerous. I'm pretty sure.
How dangerous though?
You shouldn't be huffing chlorine. That's how dangerous it is. I mean,
but people huff paint.
That's not smart.
So
either.
Is it like paint is less? Paint's got to be less strong than huffing chlorine, right? If people huff that shit on the red.
I'm not that white trash to know.
We should figure it out.
Yeah, we're the wrong.
We go right down there to the pool.
Hey guys,
face in the filter.
What's worse, huffing paint or chlorine? I'll have to ask like maybe Mike about that. He'll probably know.
How long ago did you start this?
This is episode 10. This is episode 11.
11.
So I started.
I was watching it today.
Oh, thank you.
I did prep.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Boost my numbers from 1 viewer to 2.
Oh yeah.
When did I start doing this? Is it like 3 months ago now?
Nice.
Yeah, like a week or something.
You remember Peter?
Peter.
He's my boy who comes with me.
With the camera?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Me and him are starting our podcast.
Oh, what are you going to talk about?
It's just going to be like
a bullshitter one.
Yeah, bullshitter
okay, gotcha
one.
Yeah. I was like thinking like, yeah, I got to.
We're the best at bullshitting.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
But I was like, I need a concept.
I love this concept. Dude.
Yeah,
I love it. That's why I was so excited. I was like, I have so many dreams. That the Spongebob one was the first of 3. You want to hear the second?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. So the second one is a scary one, right? Oh, real quick.
Yes.
So I was gonna say I lived with my brother growing up. Obviously, we were children.
That's pretty standard. Siblings, they tend to grow with each other.
Do.
It's typically what happens.
So my brother would have.
The family's pretty good.
Yeah, right. So I was watching like, not for me.
Yeah.
My brother
doesn't live with us anymore.
He's 7. He left. He left with his girlfriend. He
ran away and he was committed. We shouldn't have doubted him. Have you ever tried to run away as a kid?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, you want to get into that?
Yeah. Let's go into that.
Would you do this shit where you pack a bag? I only did it. Well, one time I straight up left, but that's because like it was traumatic. Like I had to leave and I went to live with my friend for like a week. Oh, like my friend's family.
Right, like an actual have to leave the house situation. It was like I didn't get dessert twice in a night.
But it's like all me. Like I was like I was being bad. I was being rebellious and I forget what happened. Me and my mom got in a big fight and I was just like, I'm leaving. And this was like before like smoking weed or like I was a kid. Like I was like 12 years old type shit. Stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember one time like I packed it I don't even remember why. Like I was probably 8 or 9 for this one. And like I packed a bag. I would like collect snacks throughout the week.
You were planning this?
Yeah, I'm a prepper, baby.
Oh,
I'm a prepper.
This wasn't like just like spur of the moment.
No, it was more like it wasn't even like I want to run away. It was like a survival bag. Like it was
okay.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what it was. Like
you expected to be in a situation.
I was just like, I'm gonna be prepared when no one else.
You knew yourself well enough where you're like, this is not gonna. At some point, this is all gonna turn.
I folded my Tomater soft blanket up, real tight, stuffed it in there. I put my teddy bear in.
Tomater.
I put my piggy bank in, and I set it
all
up.
the essentials.
Yeah, I set it up perfectly so I would keep my piggy bank in there. And then every time I'd fill it up. So if I had to go on the run, I had my piggy bank in there ready to go. I had no reason to run away.
Wow, this could be a psychological deep dive into maybe your dreams. Of like, are you constantly in a fear of needing to leave?
No, I just
as a kid, were you?
No, not really. No. I was like. Never wanted, like, as I got older, I became more rebellious. Like, I got arrested when I was 16 for selling weed in school.
Yes, I know.
So, like, but before that was worse. After that, it got better. Because I learned my lesson there.
Yeah.
I was like, let me get my shit. Let me figure out, I'm 17. Let me figure out what I want to do. Like,
Which is still a lot to ask for a 17-year-old.
It is, but I also was.
But after you get caught stealing weed or selling weed,
selling weed, stealing money from people,
stealing money, selling weed at 16. Yeah, you're growing up a little fast there, Mario.
I know, dude. I feel like I've lived like 8 lives. But no, dude, that was after that. I learned my lesson and I got my shit together. But
nice. But how far did you get? Well, so you actually stayed with
I don't know what that.
Yeah, that was strange. But you actually lived with I guess your friend for a while. So you actually actually proper ran away for a hot minute.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that wasn't like that was years after the whole bag thing.
Right.
Like I never actually.
That was like you were a teenager.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, I was like 13, 12, 13.
Right.
And I was like, I hate you. I want to leave.
Yeah, I think I did.
And my mom was that person. She was like, go. Get the fuck out of here.
I think.
And I ran. I called my friend.
Right.
And then his mom called my mom, and my mom was like, just let him sit there. Let him cool off.
Just let him chill for a second.
I was just being a baby.
I think I did it once, like I'm gonna run away type thing, and I think I got like 2 blocks out, and I was like, I'm going back home.
My mom was crazy as hell though. Like if I would do something, like if we were driving home from somewhere, and like I'm being annoying or whatever, she would literally be like, get out, get out of the car. She dropped me off on the highway once.
Really?
I had to walk home. It took me 4.5 hours.
What?
Yep, I was 14 years old.
All right, maybe we should shoot. Do we need to call?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, like, do I need to call like SPCA now or on your mom?
That's for animals.
Oh, you're kind of an animal. I think they'll take your case. Like my son's missing. Is like we deal with animals. It's Mario Colavita. It's like
we'll get him. We know him.
Oh, he's got a punch card, right? Yeah. 2 more and he gets a free leash.
I should know this. I work with children. I have to contact.
CPA? Child Protective CPS. Child Protective Services. CPS, yeah, we're mandated.
Nah, she never dropped me off the highway. She would drop me off like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. That's just, he needs some exercise.
Just a 3-year-old walking 2 blocks.
You did it at 3?
Oh, dude.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
can you imagine a parent? I have an older brother, so he would be there. He's 5.
Yeah.
He's like, shouldn't have fucking talked back to her.
That is older, brother. I mean, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you have how many siblings?
I just have a younger sister, but that's very older sibling like mentality. Is like, yeah, you gotta listen to mom and dad.
Nah, my brother was a dog. I was like that. Like I would be like, yo, stop talking back type shit.
Yeah.
My brother's a good kid though. All right, let me get on to the
dreams.
Yes. So second dream. This one was scary, like an anxiety-driven dream. It had to have been,
which most are, I find.
Right. Yeah. And so. I'm dreaming. I'm sitting on just how I'm sitting in this chair, but instead it's the edge of not a deep edge. Probably like it probably goes down like 8 feet.
Okay.
Not a huge drop,
like a small cliff.
But it's in like Antarctica. Like it's just snow. I'm just sitting on a snowy edge, and then it goes down, and it's just like flat, and it's like one big stair.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and then from right in front of me, I see a polar bear sprinting as fast as it can coming at me. And as closer as it gets, I start slipping off, right? I start slipping off. It gets closer and closer and closer, and as it gets like right there, I slip completely off. It comes right at me. I wake up. And that would happen. That probably happened like... I never had a dream that would happen like every single night. Thankfully, thank God, because I was a little baby. That would have freaked me out.
I know.
I forgot to tell you, my brother had night terrors.
Oh, beautiful.
But also...
Would he like move and like get up?
He would get up and scream like he was literally like someone was attacking him.
Yeah, I know.
But he would also get like compulsive nosebleeds.
As he was asleep?
Yes. Only when he was asleep.
That's all right. He's got to see a doctor.
So he would, the first time it happened, he's screaming, literally like a scream I've never heard before.
Yeah.
He was probably 10, I was 8.
Yeah.
All the shit, all the crazy
like a
shit
proper
happened.
bloody murder scream?
a bloody murder scene,
Yeah.
and I walk in and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Because his nose was like blood
Yeah.
everywhere, and he's screaming, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And that happened for years.
As an 8-year-old, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he still has night terrors. His nose doesn't bleed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does he bleed a lot when he's awake?
No.
All right,
No,
that's so strange.
it
Is
was
he
like
hitting
a-
himself, maybe?
No, it was
That
like
could be.
it was like a humidity thing, I think.
Mm.
Like it got real dry.
Yes. Yeah.
Because my kids at work could get that too. Literally today.
I would get it sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I wake up, just like I pick my nose when I wake up, and it's just like blood, just dry blood. It's awful. That's
My
crazy.
nose-
It's alright if I smoke.
Oh yeah, you're good.
If you give me 14 cigarettes.
I just need 12.
She went, mhm.
Better made.
What's it called? My nose has never bled in my entire life.
Really?
Never.
That's a fun fact.
Only one time when I was a kid.
Even like I feel like you've been hit in the face a lot.
a bunch, yeah, a bunch,
and no
never
nose
bled.
bleeds?
Nope.
Wow.
One time when I was a kid, I ran into a wooden fence,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like a bleed. It was like I put my finger in my nose and like it got cut. Like it was just like a cut.
Yeah, it wasn't bleeding.
It wasn't
from-
like a full on
Yeah.
nasal.
I don't think I've ever had like a super like bloody nose. Like if my
Not
nose
even
was
from doing cocaine either. Oh,
okay. No, we'll keep it. That's staying in.
so
What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think my
I'm a
nose has ever
preschool teacher.
bled that much. Yeah, it would only be a little bit, but it wouldn't
My
be
brother
that
was
often.
terrifying, man. But yeah, that second dream with the polar bear, that was a scary one.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, that one was scary, and that happened probably that went on for like 2 or 3 years.
What do you think that could mean? What do you think that could mean? You're like,
Thinking back on it now,
like
I was so young, so I don't think it like meant anything.
it seems like something is like in your life might have been coming, like terrifyingly. Something
Well,
terrifying like might be
I
coming
think it
towards
could have
you.
been a warning to be like, "Hey, life comes at you fast." You know, it could have been looking just
That's
that's
such a
looking.
vague like thing for your brain to be like, hey,
But I'm
want
a
some life
vague, my
lessons?
brain wasn't moving a lot when I was that young. Like I was not there. I was literally just walking and eating.
That's interesting.
Like I don't know what it meant back then. I can't remember, you know what was happening.
Yeah, like what was like causing that in your life? Maybe.
Right, what was going on in my life? It
Have you
was
seen
all
Game of Thrones?
no.
Oh, all right.
I keep telling myself it's too late. It's not
because
Yeah,
House of the Dragon started.
yeah. It's
If anything,
not.
I might even say just start with House of the Dragon because it technically
I
it's a
couldn't.
prequel.
Oh, it's a prequel.
It is a prequel,
Well, then that's how I
But
watch
like a-
Star Wars.
bigger prequel. It doesn't prequel into the original series like directly, but it's like the story beforehand.
That's
It's like
perfect. That's how I watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
I didn't watch them in release order. I watched them in
yeah, I watched them in
what's the word?
chronological.
Chronological. Yeah, chronological.
No, chronological.
Dude, let me shout out Guy. Okay, I've been wanting to be a comedian since I was 15. When I finally got the guts when I was 21 to do comedy, he was the first person I met. We went to this local bar where we live.
Shout out to King's Corner.
King's
Wow,
Corner,
I wish I had
shout out.
sunglasses out now.
And here, switch. This is why I'd be good in the survival
these are nice.
instinct. Yeah, it might be a little sweaty on the nose area.
That's fine.
But yeah, shout out Guy. I love him forever.
Oh, thank you, man. I love you too. That's actually a good point. So,
You can wear him if you want, bro.
no, I don't want to.
You sure?
Yeah,
You're like they're
I'll go
gross.
blind. Yeah. So you want to start when you're 15? Have you ever had
Mhm.
like? Because I was talking with Grant about this yesterday. Like,
Technically, sorry to interrupt. Technically, I really wanted to start when I was in like 5th grade.
yes,
But like I said, I was just going through.
it's you can't as
like-
a kid you can't be like I want to be a comedian when I grow up.
Well, some people do. It's crazy.
I mean, I knew that's the thing. I knew I wanted to be
I didn't even
funny-
know comedy was a thing.
yeah. I wanted to be funny and entertaining as a kid.
Oh, I was. I just was funny
Right.
and entertaining.
But like as
yeah.
a profession, I knew that I wanted to be entertaining as
Really? I got into acting. Like I started figuring out what that
Yeah.
was. I really wanted to be a singer. That's what I wanted to do. I can't. I'm not.
yeah,
a
I
singer.
didn't want to be a singer, and I knew
I could
didn't
do
have that in
opera.
me.
The-
Really?
Yeah, like that
Huh.
shit. I could do that.
I can do voices, but like it's a little different. I can't sing in my regular voice. I can sing in like funny voices.
Oh yeah,
Like
dude. That's
Kermit the Frog. Like, Kermit the Frog can sing a little bit like this, kind of.
I can't do any voices. The only one I can do is like an old lady smoker. I'd be like, it's the 4th of July. There's no 4th of July songs.
I think the Declaration of Independence. No, what's that song? The Star Spangled Banner.
Songs from July, that's definitely the 4th of July song.
Yeah, any song about America, the Pledge of Allegiance. That's a start. That's a 4th of July song.
That's hilarious. I wanted to, there was something I wanted.
But I wanted to ask you, what was like as a kid? Did you ever have like a not exactly like maybe a stand-up comedy situation, but like maybe a class presentation or a talent show where you were like trying to be funny as a kid?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
First part, I'm going to answer the first part with the talent show. Petrified to do talent shows.
So was I.
I had stage fright.
I mean, I think all of us do.
Have you ever heard of Odyssey of the Mind?
Odyssey of the Mind? No.
It was a group. It starts when you're in 5th grade and it goes until you're an adult. And
like basically, it's a school thing?
And it's a group of creative-minded people, right?
Okay.
So I got my principal when I was in elementary school. I should start with saying in 5th grade.
Right.
This is my first time ever being like, oh, I'm funny. It's because I was in class. This is I should say, the first joke that I ever told that crushed, right? 5th grade, I'm in the middle of class. Real disruptive class, right? I'm in there, so I'm being the class clown. I got my friends. And then my teacher's like, what a piece of shit. Shout out to him. He was an asshole. But he kind of...
Shout out to him.
He kind of put me on to my career that
Nice.
I want to live, so I will live. And he goes, well, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He goes, I'll be right back. I'm going next door to the teacher to grab Staples or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes back. We're all rowdy talking. And he comes in and goes, I was next door. It was so quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone goes quiet. I slide my protractor off my desk. Pin drop. Everyone can hear it. I'm like, everyone dies. It crushes. I get kicked out of class. And then my teacher, I'm in 5th grade. My teacher goes, it crushed. Great timing.
Yeah.
Cadence was on key. My teacher comes
Bird
out.
of the star.
My teacher comes out, and I'm like, I'm expecting to be like pissed. Right?
Yeah.
I'm used to this. I'm expecting to be pissed. He comes out. He goes, have you ever heard of stand-up comedy?
Really? Wow.
I swear to God. He goes, shout out to him for saying this, but he was a real piece of shit. He goes, have you ever heard of stand-up comedy? And I go, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't even watch TV. And
Really? You never watched
No,
it?
there wasn't a TV. Like, we didn't. I grew up low key in the struggle. Like, it was just me, my mom, and my brother.
Yeah.
And my mom was working, like, at one point, like, she was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
But we lived in this big ass house for no reason. But my mom was smart because she was like, I want to stay in here so I can sell it. And she did.
Right.
She made a profit. So.
Nice.
But yeah, so the teacher was like, have you ever heard of stand up comedy? I was like, no. And he was like, you should be a stand up comedian. Like, half being like, you're an annoying piece of shit, but also being like, you are kind of funny. Yeah, and then I won class clown for like senior superlatives
nice.
Or whatever. Yeah.
I never got that. I mean, I remember in 10th grade, I had 2 of the worst bombs of my life, just like kind of in that year. One was through a presentation which I bombed and had a panic attack and cried and laughed so hard that like I just
people laughed at you?
Yeah.
No,
that was the better one, because the second one I did at my summer camp.
I would murder all those people.
No, I mean, whatever. I told the story last time. You can watch it. You can watch it when I post it on when's it gonna come out? Monday.
Nice. On YouTube?
On YouTube. At GaiaSoul Comedy.
Shout out.
But the second time was at summer camp. The first time was like a presentation that I tried to make funny, which just didn't work out, and I didn't prepare.
Also,
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna wing it. It'll be funny.
Crazy.
I'm fun. I know I'm funny. I can do it. And then I had just didn't it at all. But the second time was I tried to actually do like a set, like a comedy set, and it was silence.
How old were you?
10th grade, so 16.
Wow. That's so impressive.
Yeah, so I was like, and it was like around a bunch of kids who I had like not met before yet. I was like, I gotta like let them know who I am, and who I am is a bad comedian. Apparently,
that is so bold.
Silence. Guy. Yeah, and then
I see. As a kid, I could not do that.
I kind of like embarrassing myself, kind of.
Well, I do, but on my terms. Like, I'm not gonna go up there and like, if I know, but that's the difference, because you were like, I'm ready.
I thought I was ready.
Right. For me, I'd be like, I know I'm not fucking ready. Like, but sorry, keep going. I'm a real interrupter.
No, I've been doing it to you as well.
No.
But yeah, there was silence in that one, and there was we do it in front of a bonfire. It was like a what's it called? Like a talent show type thing where
At school?
No, summer camp.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, this is during the summer.
Okay,
the summer after 10th grade.
Nice.
So in 10th grade, I did the presentation, and like a couple months later, summer, I did that one. So two of the worst bombs of my life. I still remember them very clearly, and I'm being like, this is awful.
That's rough.
But 10 years later, I was like, all right. But like, I still wanted to do it. Like, I still kept doing. I still wanted to do comedy.
So I'm sorry, I talk so much, and
that's fine. That's perfect for a podcast.
Yeah, I know. I keep switching.
Some guests have to be like, so what do you like? Dreams and stuff.
That. Yeah. So I did Odyssey of the Mind, right? It's this awesome thing. I God bless my principal, because my principal, when I was in 5th grade, the same year that teacher came up to me and said this, he came up to me. I'm sitting in the auditorium, waiting to get picked up on my bus, right? Mm-hmm. Any normal day, and he comes up to me, the principal, like goes out of his way, and he comes up to me and he hands me a piece of paper, and he's like, "You've been chosen to like try out, just to try out."
Oh shit!
For this like selected group, yeah. It's literally a group of autistic people.
Yeah,
like that's what it is. But I'm like,
how autistic are you? Sorry.
I'm super artistic.
Turn that R upside down. With a little bit of an extra leg there.
But no, so I'm like I said, bro. Literally from the time I was born until I got arrested, no thoughts in my head.
Yeah,
at all. I'm just living life to the fullest. I no regrets. And so my teacher, I'm young. I'm in 5th grade. My teacher gives me this, and I'm like, what? And I'm just like, okay. And it was like, stay after school today, and you'll try out.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I'll try out. And the only reason really I tried out was because this girl I had a huge crush on my principal went from me to her, and she's smart as shit.
Yeah.
Like super smart. Everyone in there is also super smart.
Right.
So I'm not. I'm just me.
Yeah.
And so we go up in 5th grade, a bunch of random kids, and this girl I have a crush on. They put us into groups, and that's the whole thing. They put you into groups of random people, and they give you 5 choices of a challenge that you have to complete, but then you have to make that challenge like as creative as possible. Gotcha. You have to make a whole story behind it, right? So we get this vehicle challenge, and we have to make a vehicle go from like this thing to this thing. Yeah. And they give us the vehicle, but as years went on, and I kept doing this group, you build everything yourself. But this just because this was a trial, and we're in 5th grade, they give you stuff, and I'm as creative as you can make it go. So I'm there, and I'm like, this girl's in my group, and I'm hyped. I'm like, let me do my thing. So I'm like, all right, guys, I want to do an underwater. Just this. We're
gonna be underwater.
Yeah.
It's Mario. It's a car,
dude.
It's a car.
I was woke back then. I go, we're gonna be underwater. I'm gonna be a mermaid. You're going to be like a fish. You're going to be a shark. You're going to be a whale. There's going to be litter everywhere. And the only way we can get the litter to get cleaned up is to like push this car to the other side. And like, they're all kind of like, okay. But the reason I said that is because I saw the great material for a mermaid, and I'm a narcissist. And I just think of myself. Yeah. So I was like, I can make
I can be a mermaid.
So I made an awesome mermaid costume, and I'm being funny, just like jumping around, like, let's get the car over there. And so I made the team.
So you put on a skit, basically.
Yeah,
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. And then I made the team, and I did that for like 6 years. We would go to
like what would you do?
So we would go to a competition. It would go regionals, states, and then worlds.
What was the competition?
The competition it would be like I said, it would be 5 different tasks. Right. One of them was called a vehicle challenge. Yeah. The other one was called like I forget. It was so long ago. It was like make something jump.
Is this kind of like a robotics?
It was a robotics thing, but then also
I did robotics.
So our team was amazing.
Right.
It was me. My best friend Aiden was on it. I recruited him. Yeah. Because he's just like me.
Yeah.
So we had all these smart kids who were able to create stuff, but then we had me and Aiden who were able to like throw out crazy ideas, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, I can actually make that," and I'd be like, "Fucking do it!" That'd be hilarious and creative, and like that's. So we would go. That was my first real experience with like stage stuff. And I remember I got my first good laugh. I was a football player and then half like Yeti. And like we had our costume.
You were Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
You were Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce ate Taylor Swift. Like, yum, nom, 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 nom.
Oh God.
So I remember I said this one line and it crushed. Like all these adults are laughing. And I was like, yes. And our team was really good, man. We made it. We got 1 year. We got first place in regionals.
Nice.
This is so at regionals, it's 32 teams. We got first place.
Nice.
States, 60 something teams.
Probably 64. I'm gonna guess.
Good guess.
Nice.
We got second place. Worlds, it's 340 45 teams, and we got 62nd place. This is I'm talking about teams from China, teams from Asia, everywhere.
Where was it held at? Do you remember?
Is China in Asia?
Yes, China's in Asia. China is most of Asia, frankly, aside from Russia.
I didn't do good in geography and stuff.
There wasn't a geography
we came in
challenge.
69th or 67th. I hope it's 69th.
Out of like
345 people. Yeah.
Worldwide.
That was our one year we went on a crazy run. That was the year I got a good laugh from my football player thing. It was.
I like how you're tracking specific laughs from specific people, though.
Mm-hmm. Just the early ones.
Just the early ones.
Yeah, those ones I'll never forget. Like that pin drop joke. Yeah. I'm talking about. Even the teacher laughed. Like he was. That's why he was like.
You could see it. He was like, "This kid got."
He literally was like, "Have you?" And he could also see like I didn't like. Yeah. I wasn't like the other kids were like they would go home and play video games.
Right.
I didn't have video game consoles or anything like that. So he was like, "Do you know what?" And I was like, "No idea."
Definitely, I think good on him for like seeing that.
Yeah, thank God.
Were not.
He had that one sliver. I'm telling you, this dude was a real asshole.
Yeah,
real like, and he definitely drank.
He probably just hated his job.
He definitely.
I mean,
drank.
he probably just hated dealing with you, frankly.
Oh, definitely.
You and all you other kids.
Yeah, I was definitely not good.
He was just like, he's probably just wanted to be like, oh, why did I choose this carear path?
Nah, but I made him laugh, dude.
Yeah.
You can make someone laugh. Like a lot of the other stuff doesn't matter.
Oh, totally. What was I gonna ask? But yeah, it's cool that like a teacher actually could like recognize it, because most teachers are like, when they see that kind of thing in kids, is like, you're just disruptive. Mm-hmm. But he was like, oh, this can actually be a skill used for his career.
That's why I love being a teacher.
Yeah,
because like I'm not like all the other teachers.
Yeah,
right. So like I go in there and they're only 3 or 4. They're 4 years old, I should say.
Right.
And like I go in there and I tell them real shit. Like I'm like they'll like a lot of the times I'll do stuff like my head teacher was just in the Philippines for a month, so I was head teacher for a month, which was awesome. I loved that responsibility. Nice. And so I teach them a lot of stuff, but I remember this one thing I really like.
Oh, did the battery die? Fuck.
Oh, did it?
I think it did. Oh, I didn't bring my spare. Wait.
No. It's on.
Nah, it's gonna die.
For real?
Is it on?
Well, it's on.
All right, if it turns off again. Why did it do that?
Maybe it got too hot.
Whatever. Yeah, it might have gotten too hot. Whatever.
Is the battery alive?
I can see myself recording.
Yeah, I see that too.
All right, so we'll see whenever that jumps out.
Okay, cool.
I'll just put in a little commercial.
Nice. What was that? A sponsor.
Sponsor. You're talking about being a head teacher.
Oh, teaching. Yeah. This one lesson I do that I love is because they know what money is, right? Like they know the idea of it,
yes,
and they know that like having money is good, and money is what gets them toys and clothes and food and snacks and juice. So I'll do this thing where I go, hey, I'll ask someone, I'll ask all of them, are you smart? Right? I'll go, are you guys smart?
Yeah.
And they'll go, yeah. Like, yeah, of course. I'm super smart, right?
Smart as hell.
And then I'll go, do you want some money? Right? And they'll go, yes. Right? Money gets some toys, money gets some stuff. Right? And I'll go, you have to say that you're not smart. You have to tell me and say and believe that you're not smart.
Convince me that you think you're not smart.
Yeah, be like, tell me you're not smart. And like, of course, the first time they'll be like, I'm not smart.
Yeah.
And then I'll like get upset. I'll be like, why, how dare you say that? How dare you say that? Like, no matter what anybody offers you, do not change like I say it in kids terms, you know.
Self-worth is more valuable than money.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
So then I'll do it over and over. And I'll be like, are you beautiful? And they'll be like, yes. I'll go, what if I give you this $1, will you say you're ugly? And they'll go, no.
You're teaching these kids not to be hoes.
I'm teaching these kids to know their worth, you know?
Which is not to be a hoe.
Yeah, don't be a hoe.
Don't be a hoe. No hoe.
I was a hoe, man. I'm a retired hoe.
I mean, I
guess that's why I'm teaching them.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much? No, that was going to be a bad.
Am I sexy? Are you sexy?
Tell me I look good.
Tell me I look sexy. But that's really nice.
I'll give you $5.
I'll tell you $5 if you think you're not sexy. These are children.
Silly.
We're gonna cut this part. No, I had a kid that I was working with who wanted to be. Who did like we had a little what's it called, talent show, and he did jokes, and he's also funny and like drawing. And I'm like, oh, this kid has like that path in him as well. So I tried helping him nurture that as well. So it's interesting to see it in the kids and be like, oh, you can do this too.
It's a very fulfilling job.
Yeah.
That's to say the least.
But when you get the shitty kids,
Ugh. And I'm talking about, you were talking about shitty, bro. These kids are just straight up.
do you feel like kids are worse now?
Yes. Of course they are. Come on.
But I mean, but that's what everyone says. Even every generation.
But that's because I genuinely think it gets worse and worse.
I also do think it's getting worse and worse.
It's definitely not getting better.
So,
I think, like...
I think in some reasons...
this is definitely biased. I think my generation wasn't that bad. No, that's cap. We started, like... Our generation started all the, like, online Instagram, TikTok shit.
I think... Because you're Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest Gen Z, technically, 97.
That's so funny. You're the oldest generation, but the youngest, like, growing up.
Yeah. So it's like we grew up with the internet. I like to say we had puberty the same time the internet had puberty. So it was just like the Wild West on there. So yeah, kids are. Ooh, I can smell the chlorine now.
I love it. I want to get closer.
I know, it just reminds me of summer. I'm like, oh, I want to go to the beach now.
You seen It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
You remember that episode where they were huffing? I think it was gasoline.
Oh, gasoline! Yeah. They're like,
it's Dennis and Dee, and they're trying to get the rat.
Yeah. And they're just like, he's like, would a sick man? Oh no, that's a different episode, I think.
Sick man.
Would a deadly sick man do this? Fuck, what was I talking about? But the kids are. I mean, some kids are just like bad.
Some kids are bad, but it's also like it's never. It can't. I want to be like it's them. They're a piece of shit, but it's not. It's not. It's their environment and where they like who they were raised by. It's everything, you know.
But I have to deal with them. But I have to deal with them. Not
but then I'll have kids where their parents are amazing. They're attentive.
Oh, I've had a specific kid.
But then their kid is a piece of shit.
Where it's like this is just on you.
But like most of those kids don't have dads. That's the biggest thing. It's the ones who don't have dads.
Because the one kid I'm thinking of their dad like passed the year before.
Died? That's rough. The ones who have dads who just like left and they see him like once every year or so.
I mean that sucks too.
That
but
fucks them up.
She was just an awful like person to
really?
a lot of people. What's fourth grade? 10?
Yeah, so you're catching them late. I catch them early. My kids will come to you.
I mean, I was from kindergarten to 5th, so
kindergarten is a good age.
Kindergarten
that's an age you can catch them at. Like, make sure that they don't go to first grade wanting to hurt people.
Yeah, the first graders I found were a lot nicer. That's the kid that was a comedian, and he had a good friend that was also like very funny. Like I could see like the spark in their eyes of like, oh, you have like that creative sort of. I want to make.
They all well, for the most part, they all have it. They all have something.
They all have something, but like I could see like, I could see your path in the future, of like you're gonna want to be a comedian.
This one kid I have, he's none of my kids I don't see. The only ones I see where I'm like, there was one kid I had. She was who was it? It was either this girl, Aria. I'm name dropping.
All right.
They're fine. They're fine.
They're going to see this in like 15 years and be like, what the fuck? Mr. Mario. Did they call you Mr. Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call me
favorite guy. Nah, but there was this one kid, and I was like, I regretted it as soon as I said it, because he's like smart for being 3 years old, and I was like, have you ever heard of stand-up comedy?
A 3-year-old definitely doesn't need to know about stand-up comedy. No. The 3-year-old needs to just know about standing up.
As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, he's going to go home and be like, Mom, what's stand-up comedy? But I was like, dude, you're so funny. I was like, you're so funny.
Mom, have you heard of Matt Rife?
Your delivery is crazy.
Yeah. Some of these kids' deliveries are hilarious. It's like, crazy. You need to keep doing that.
Yeah, but then they're going to start being able to use their brain, and it's going to be so ass.
Then they're going to use it for bad things. Yeah. This is actually a good question. What's the first like stand-up you remember seeing and like?
It was Kevin Hart.
Really, Kevin Hart? When was that?
Kevin Hart. I was. I would say it was probably right before I got. Right, it was really right when I started to think about things.
You got to specify that more. When did you start thinking?
I told you, like, from when I was born until like when I got arrested. So it was right before that. It was probably when I was like 14.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when I turned 15, I like actually started like understanding more.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could do that. Back then, I was like, oh, that's not possible.
Yeah. This is a pipe dream, basically.
Yeah. But I was like, oh shit, no, I could really do that.
I think the first one I remember seeing
and it took me 5 years to do it.
The first one I saw was when I was 8. It was Bill Cosby.
Mm-mm.
Bill Cosby himself, the special.
That's why you're so gross now.
I just remember seeing it because I was like in a cabin. I think it was like in a cabin in the woods. No, I know this is such a okay. So I was with my family.
Like, were you with Cosby?
I was not with Cosby, but I was with my family, my mom, my dad, and we were in a cabin, and it had like a VHS player.
Nice.
And it had the VHS of Bill Cosby himself, the title of the
Hurting people.
When he was it's when he was like young back then too.
The Cosby Show.
And I was laughing at it because he was a clean comic. And it was so I could like actually.
He was a family comic.
He was a family. Yeah. He was like the family comic.
Yeah.
So I was laughing at the jokes.
He was like he was the world's dad.
He was Papa
type shit. Hey! Shout out Dane.
You order the cock?
Yes.
You order the cocks?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, we're here.
We got to deliver
right?
cocks here.
The cock rings. Ready for what?
Did you win your? No. Did you win the?
Cock ring.
No. Are you staying for a little bit? Hell yeah. Don't let Matt leave.
I'll grab his balls.
All right. Wow, he came in real gay, huh?
That's stinks.
I love that everyone who comes out to
that. It's just like
my aunt is gonna be funny.
Oh, I'm gonna look through this and be like, all right, this will be a good one.
Here we go.
But Bill Cosby, I remember seeing that one. I remember distinctly, like I was laughing because the jokes were funny to me, but like even though I didn't get like half it, because like he did like stuff about like
that's a lot
weed.
of it. You don't get a lot of it when you're a kid.
Yeah, he did like stuff about like weed and like drinking, which I didn't really get. No, he really did.
It's hilarious.
No, he did, but it was like very
like drink
clean.
responsibly.
It wasn't even drink responsibly. It was like he was like complaining about people that like go to drink on the weekend. I remember it very vividly. Like,
are you not seeing the humor in that?
No, he's I mean, looking back on it now, yes, but at the time, let me just fucking.
I'm sorry.
I remember distinctly laughing very hard, and then I remember turning around because I was on the floor watching it to see my parents, and they were pissing themselves laughing. I was like, "Oh, I want to do that.
Nice.
I want to do that to them."
If that's funny, I want to be.
I was like, because I'd never seen them laugh that hard, and my dad's a very funny guy. That he kind of like showed me about being funny. I was like, that's why I wanted to be funny, to be like him, to be like your dad, sort of thing.
It's interesting. That's interesting because my dad is like a funny guy, but in the way I'm funny, like it's not like I don't. You see me on stage, a million times. I don't tell.
You're
jokes.
a goofball.
Yeah,
you're just like you're like the Tasmanian devil. You are the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, gotta. I tell stories. And that's how my dad was. My dad was just like a real and his voice just made everything crazier.
Yes. And you've got the voice for it too, for sure.
Thankfully, I didn't get his fucking. I didn't smoke enough. I didn't smoke
You're
enough
not that far off.
Sorry. Remember when I had laryngitis?
Yes.
Oh my god, that was so bad. I hate that because like the only thing I have going, like I don't care. The only things I really care about is like my hair, my whole head. I don't want my head fucked up, and that includes my voice and my ears and my nose. I don't want any of that fucked up. My senses.
I think that's
every human.
Yeah, that's just very
like I don't want my
needs.
senses fucked up.
I want to be able to perceive the world around me.
Yeah, I want to be able to see. I want to be able to hear. I want to be able to
that makes a lot of sense. So Bill Cosby when I was 8, and I saw like Jim Brewer.
I know the name.
I saw his special on YouTube, and like especially you ever like watch YouTube stuff that was like.
Bro, I didn't watch my first YouTube video until I was 18.
Oh, all right then.
I'm telling you, I was real like. That's why I always say I'm uncultured. Because like I don't know, like I didn't.
You really are like out of the garbage.
Yeah, bro. Straight up out the can.
But I saw his special like broken up into like parts on YouTube. So that was like the first time I was like, oh, like this guy doing like funny voices and telling funny stories. Like, oh, maybe I could do this kind of. And then I saw Louis C.K. when he had his run in like 2015, and I was in high school, and I was like, oh, people want to hear like dark humor too. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I can.
There you go. You're like that. I like that.
Yes, I like that a lot because I was very goofy, but also like I had like dark thoughts too.
Right, of course.
And
every comic.
Every comic does.
Except for like Nate Bargatze. That's it.
He's got them.
He has them. He makes them. He makes them so
He's
that
just
everyone understands.
Yeah. But that was the first. I think that was the first time the world, or definitely America, saw like, oh, there's like a platform for like dark comedy.
I should have answered your question better.
Which question was it?
The one like, the generic question, which is like kind of what got you into comedy.
Yeah.
My brother, because my brother was huge into comedy. He he got an audition for. Do you remember the show Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
He was going to be a voice actor on that.
Really?
Yeah, he was an amazing actor. He was the lead role in all of our elementary school plays.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we went to. He's 2 years older than me, so he went to high school. He was the lead role in that. Great actor. He's a real he's the opposite of me. Like real low energy, but he can lock in and like do whatever you like. He's a great actor. Never wanted to pursue any of it. Just kind of did it. Yeah. Right now he's a what's it called? The person at the schools who works with the kids. Not a social worker, but
counselor.
Counselor.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep. And so he got me when he went to that audition. My mom must have been talking to people and was like, "Hey, can you have an extra spot?" And they were like, "Yeah, have them come try out." So I went and like it was legit. Like I'm standing behind just a white screen.
Yeah.
There's 2 people with a big ass camera, and they're like, "All right, read your lines." And like I read my lines out of shit. But my brother, they called back and they were like, "Hey, we want him to come down, come to California, read more lines, yada yada." But it was like it cost a bunch of money to go to California. So my mom was like, "We can't do it." Wow. My brother was like huge on that. And he was super into comedy as we got older, and he showed me Louis C.K. when I was young, and I was like, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, Louis,
I remember the nightmare, and I was like, "Dude, this
isn't that Eric Andre?"
No. Louis C.K. told the one with smoking weed.
Oh, I think you're confusing 2 different stories. Eric Andre did the thing where he's like, him and his friends like held arms around a
autistic girl, right?
Yes.
Well, then what am I thinking of with Louis C.K.?
No, you're thinking of the story of where I know the story very well because I watched his special.
Yeah, I know it. I'm mistaken.
He was doing a show somewhere in some town, and then like one of the guys working at the club was like, "Hey, you want to smoke with some weed with us out back?" Yeah. And he was smoking, and then because he was talking about how weed was strong now, how strong weed was, and he used to smoke it when he was like younger, and he was like, "Fuck, this weed is a lot stronger than I remember it being," and he was like, "All right, stare at her for 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, look at him now, 1, 2, 3," and then after a while, he was like, "I'm leaving!" And I was like, "Holy shit, yeah, I know, yeah. You're confusing 2 different things."
I was mixing up 2 different things. I'm leaving now. He's like, I thought of the coolest thing to say.
He's like, I just gotta be, very calm about it. Just say it plainly how you gotta go. He's like, "Guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm leaving."
Dude, my brother showed me.
And they're like, "Oh, okay."
My brother showed me that before I even started smoking weed. So I'm like, when I was a kid, bro, my crackhead dad was like, "Never do drugs. Drugs will ruin your life." The typical shit. So, and I was good. Like when I was that young, I was a good kid. So I was like, "No, never." And I remember I caught my brother smoking weed when I was young, and I was like, "Well, you're dead." Like I was like, "You're gonna fucking die in a couple of years." But then when I got older, this was still before I smoked weed, but like I was close. I was a couple months away.
Let's clarify. When did you start smoking?
I started smoking weed when I was 16.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. The winter of 2017. I literally started smoking weed and got arrested like a year later. Yeah.
You had a terrible track.
I started selling weed aggressively. When I got caught,
what does that mean?
Bro, I was 16. I had been smoking weed for like a couple months, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sell it." Like I was like, "I'm gonna make money," because I knew everyone in school. Right. I knew everyone who smoked weed, and I knew there wasn't a lot of back then. There wasn't a lot of plugs around. Like people weren't going to dispensaries.
Business minded.
Yeah. So I was like, "Let me sell it," and I started. Just everyone was like, "Oh, let me cop off you."
Now this is a question. How do you sell weed? For the listeners who are for the business,
it's so easy.
I mean, so like, where do you get?
It's like so you gotta easy. You got to know people,
right?
You got to know someone who sells.
It's just a bunch of guys who have more who sell less.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme upside down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you knew a guy that had.
I knew a guy who had a fuckload.
Okay.
Who I had no business knowing, and then I knew the reason I knew him was because I knew someone else. Right. So I would hit up this person who I kind of knew. Still super suspect for a 16-year-old to be talking to a grown person like this. And I was like, "Hey man, like I'm trying to sell." And of course these people are like, "Oh, I want you to make that money, yada yada." So he was
they're really supportive?
Yeah, they're all super supportive.
I didn't think it would be like,
man, I'm a kid and they're like, "Man, I want you to get out the trenches." I'm like, "I'm gonna Abington." I was like, "Do you know what I look like?"
Yeah. We're not
so he hooked it up, and I got me and the dude that just came out there. We got
we'll blur his face.
We got like 2 ounces and bagged it up, and our deal was that I was broke.
Yeah.
So our deal was, I'll hook this all up. I'll sell it all. All you have to do is pay for it, and then once I sell.
So he was your middleman for that middleman.
He was.
Oh shit. This is the first time anyone's like been that bad with the mic. I don't think I've anyone seen.
Because no one else moves their hands like I do. I got those Italian hands, man. But yeah, no, he was. That's my best friend.
Yeah,
not the first dude I was talking to. The one who came out and was talking about balls.
Okay,
figures.
All right, I'll look back.
And so he wanted to make money too, and I was like, "Yo, you buy the couple ounces, I'll sell them.
Yeah.
And after I sell like 2 or 3 ounces, then we're even, and then we split it. You know?
Okay.
I did one of those things. You get it?
Like, he would buy it for you.
He bought the first 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Right. That's a solid amount of money.
Yes.
It's like $7 back then, like $750.
Right. Yeah.
Around there, 700 to $750.
Yeah.
And so I would sell it all. He had to do zero work. All you have to do is buy it. He'd give it all to me. I'd sell it in a matter of a week and a half.
Yeah.
Like a lot of weed I was selling.
Damn.
And so I said, like, I'll do all this work for nothing. For like however long it takes to sell 3 ounces or whatever. And then after that, we're even. It's as if I paid half for the next ounce and then I get half of the profits.
All right, sure, whatever. It makes sense somehow.
You guys get it.
I'll figure it out post. Crazy.
But yeah, I did that, and then I got caught with like 1.5 ounces in school.
Yes.
So
I know that story.
Not cool. Not cool stuff.
Fuck, I feel like we hit a lot of stuff. We're already at 1 hour and 10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
we did hit a lot of stuff.
We hit a lot of stuff.
To end, do you want me to finish
with a dream
on this last dream?
Yeah, we'll do a last dream thing. I think this is probably the first time we're going to end on a dream.
Nice, really?
We usually just start with dreams and then afterwards.
I tried to time it out. I talked
nice.
too much, but so this last dream, it's in the mix of like I love this dream. It's a love-hate relationship. I love this dream for whatever weird reason, but it was also scary back then.
Yeah.
Elementary school, McKinley Elementary, shout out. I'm there with all my elementary school friends.
We'll get back to McKinley Elementary for a second.
And we're on the big kid playground. We're running around playing freestyle, right?
Yes.
We're running around, and growing up at this elementary, we had a dumpster like at this one spot, right? I don't know why. We had a dumpster there. And as this dream is going, it would always start the same exact dream every single time. Start the same, end the same. It starts, I'm running around chasing people, right?
Mm.
And it was as if it was a show where it would be like the camera would be on me, right? Like running around, and then the camera would pan to the dumpster. Real suspect like.
So your vision was not from your perspective, it was from someone else's.
At first it would be from my perspective, and then it would be as if the camera backs out.
Okay.
And it would real suspect like zoom on the dumpster.
Okay.
Like foreshadowing.
Ah.
And so I'm running around, we're playing tag, it's a big jungle gym, and someone tags me, right? Someone tags me, I'm in. And it panned back over to the dumpster, and in like slow motion, out of the dumpster would pop out like a huge cartoonish werewolf homeless man thing. It was like a cartoon werewolf.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching to the end of the video. It's Guy here. Unfortunately the camera cut out again, and we had to stop recording. But if you want to see the rest of my conversation with Mario, another hour, we've got a second part out on Patreon live now. Yeah, finally, something on Patreon, part 2. So if you want to see the rest of Mario's werewolf story and some other fun antics, subscribe to the Patreon, and you'll get to see that for $2 a month, I think. That's what the price is now. I'll put more. We're going to do some more part 2s for the next couple Daydream episodes. Daydream, you get the deal. But yeah, thanks for sticking around and supporting, and dream on, I guess. Dream on!